Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. In today's video I want to share with you my cut flowers I'll be winter sowing. Yes, to sow these bottles were very easy for me. So what I did in the morning, I called Starbucks and I said, hey, can you put aside 12 of your milk jugs for me? And they said, sure, no problem. So at the end of the day, I went and I collected the jugs. I think I got 12 from them. And just a special tip for you friends, make sure you clean these milk jugs properly. So I just added some dish soap and hot water, and I make sure I vigorously shake the jugs just to get all this milk residue out of it. And then after I did that, I make sure the caps were off and I just left it so that milky smell would, get out of the bottle, especially if you don't use the bottle immediately. Trust me, that milky smell gets trapped in the bottle. Anyways, another way you can source your bottle is go to a cafe, right? Go to a cafe and say, hey, can you save me some milk jugs? Call ahead before you go. It's that easy. Alrighty, so first on my list is Delphinium. Oh, look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. I think I got this from Walmart for $1.96. And Delphinium makes a beautiful cut flower. Oh, you can plant it in your garden as a flower to look at in your garden, but today I'm just going to focus on flowers that's perfect to cut. This is a perennial. It's from zone 3 to 7. I'm in zone 6B. It takes 180 days to bloom and it will get 30 inches tall. And this lasts maybe like a week or so in the vase or vase, depends on how you pronounce that. And it makes an excellent cut flower. Look at the striking blooms on here. And this one is a Fantasia mixed colors. Cut flowers are so expensive, so I just dedicated a spot in my garden for cut flowers. And normally I share with friends and family and co-workers, and I even thinking this year I'll probably be taking it to like a nursing home or hospital and probably just give them the cut flowers. Let's see how much I get this year. But cut flowers bring smiles to our face, right? So anyway, so you can grow your own cut flower and you could use the winter sowing method, or you could do it in your garden. But now it's perfect if you want to do the winter sowing method because you don't have to worry about space inside, grow lights, equipment, all of that. You just need some simpler, old, used milk jugs, containers, anything where it would give you 3 to 4 inches in height. You have to have 3 to 4 inches in height in your milk jugs, containers, whatever. But you can do your own stuff here, and you need some good soil. I'm gonna use good old Miracle Grow soil, and that's it. And I have a video I did already where I went into instructions, great details I should say, how to winter sow. But today I'm just going to focus on the cut flowers and then put them in the jug. But if you need to see a really in-depth way of how to cut the bottles and all of that, you can reference that video. I'll link it for you down below. So Delphinium is my first cut flower. Beautiful, love the blooms on here. And next we have Alium. I know this, I have a lot of Alium bulbs I planted already, but I harvested the seeds in fall, so I'm so excited about this, just trying it from seed. And Alliums last very long in the vase and they're so unique. I'll put pictures on the screen for you, and they're absolutely great as a dry flower. I'll put a picture for you too. After my Alliums bloom, I just leave the seed heads on and I cut them off after they dried, and I bring them inside, and they're so beautiful. And they're good from zones 3 to 9. So if you're in zones 3 to 9, they're perfect for you. And they normally bloom late May into early summer. This is a must for a cut flower garden. All right, friends, and next up we have Larkspur. Larkspur is a great cottage flower. It has stunning blooms, as you can see here. This one I got from Raw Seeds, but you can find this anywhere. You can find it Lowe's, Home Depot, Target. I did a couple of videos where I went looking for seeds, and if you're interested, you can check my channel page. They're posted on there. So Larkspur blooms in late spring. This mix makes a great addition to both perennial and cutting gardens. Blooms of white, pink, purple, and lavender cover the long, wiry stems. Absolutely gorgeous, and they get very tall. These will get 48 inches tall. That's pretty tall. and they last 1 week in your vase also, and they do make good dried arrangement also. Perfect. Love these so much, and they're good from zones 2 to 11. So I feel like most of these cut flowers I'm referencing today, I think they would cover almost all of you friends from zones 2 or 3 up to the warmer zones. Absolutely love these. But if you're in the warmer zone, I can't really talk about the warmer zone. You may have to plant them in the ground. If you're in the cooler zone, I'm in zone 6B, then your milk jug works perfect for your winter sowing. So do some research if you're in the warmer zone and see when you need to plant these. All right, up next we have Nigella. This is also from Rose Seeds. This is Love in a Mist. Absolutely gorgeous. The seed heads are so unique. It makes a great accent in your bouquet. Such a unique flower, and it says it's well known for its unique feathery foliage and large seed pods. This unique flower makes a great addition to any garden. Beautiful blooms of pink, white, blue and purple, and a compact bushy bush, and it grows 18 to 24 inches tall, and they're hardy from zones 2 to 11. And of course, with your cut flowers, they love full sun, and this will last 10 days in your bouquet, and it's a great accent plant. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is a must. Love in a Mist. Up next we have Lupine. I love Lupine, and they're so easy to start from seed, even indoors. Very easy to start from seeds. You could use your milk jug method. They love the core stratification. And this packet I got from Etsy, from this vendor on Etsy, and this cost me $3 and change, and it came with free shipping, of course, right? Who doesn't love free shipping? And your Lupine is a perfect cut flower, and it blooms May into June. It blooms pretty long, and what I noticed last year with my Lupine I grew from seed, it actually bloomed again late summer into fall. I was like, wow, that's interesting, right? So this is definitely a must for cut flower, or even just a flower in your garden. Definitely a must. And you're hardy from zones 3 to 8, and it prefers full sun, or you can do partial sun. And this is a mix. This come in all different colors. The one I have in my garden is a purple blue color, so I wanted different colors of it because I love it so much. I just wanted more of my lupines. Love them, love them, love them. And up next here we have Bachelor Butner. Love this. Look at that. Gorgeous. This is a polka dot mixture. I opened it already, so I have to be careful here not to leak the seeds out. And then your Bachelor Butner is a mix of red, rose, blue and lavender flowers, also known as cornflower. This Bachelor Butner mix is a great option for beginner flower farmers, okay? And this will grow 24 to 36 inches, and I got this from Rose Seed. They're located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but I did see these at the dollar store. Had them for $1, Target, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. So just check them out if you're interested. And it's a pollinator attractor. It's such a great cut flower for your garden, and it's hardy from zones 2 to 11. So if you're interested in any of these seeds, just do some research and see if you can plant them in your zones. And look at this one I got from a dollar store. So this cost me just 25 cents. This is a flower garden mix. Absolutely beautiful. And in here, oh my goodness, they have a lot of different cut flowers in here. So I'm going to try to winter sow these. I can see Nigella in there, Coreopsis, Cosmo in there. That's a great cut flower. Alyssum. So these have a lot of cut flowers. Delphinium is in there. So I'm excited about this. And it says the growing height is 2 to 3 feet. I guess because there's different flowers in here. And here's a tip for you. If you're not sure where you can winter sow, you see that word there, hardy annuals? That's a clue that it would be perfect to winter sow, because hardy just means they're hardy to the cold or cool temperatures. So I'll be trying this also, flower garden mix, and see what I get. Alright friends, next we have Bells of Ireland. Oh, I love this too. I got this from Rose Seeds also, but you can find it everywhere else though. This extremely unique plant produces long bright green stems that bear bell-shaped sheaths surrounding small white flowers, commonly used in fresh and dried flower arrangements as a filler or a spike. Heat tolerant but does not perform well in areas with high humidity. So I'm thinking my friends in the warmer zone, this probably will not do too well for you based on what the packet says here. And it grows 24 to 30 inches tall. And I want to take you over here. I did some cool flower seeds back in fall, in September, and I'll give you an update here and show you what they look like. They went through the snow, okay, and look at the greenery on them already. This is my cut flower garden space that I have been creating for this season, and I have Bells of Ireland, Bachelor button, Nigella in here. I have Queen Anne's lace also in here. But just look at that, friends. These were planted in September, I think it was, and they went through the snow and they're doing amazing. Okay, these are your hardy annuals, great for cutting. Anyway, friends, let me take you back over here. So I'm gonna get these in the milk jugs, but I just wanted to share my selection with the flowers for you so you can get some details on them. But let's put these in the milk jugs. Alrighty, friends, so I have a video I did already how you winter sow using these milk jugs. I'll link that down for you below, but it's really simple. So you could just get a box cutter and you cut right here, and then I take my scissors and just continue cutting all around. And then so you start here, you go around, and then you stop here. So don't cut this part because you need the hinges to use as your handle for your bottles. Okay, so I'm gonna get all these done and then show you what they look like after. All right, friends, so remember you have to put drainage hole in your bottles. I just use a simple ice pick. I know it's very antique, right? Very old. Or you can use a knife, or you can use a drill, or you can use a hot glue gun without the glue in there. There's different ways you can make holes in here, but I like using the ice pick. I tried using a knife and I just thought, I think I'm gonna hurt myself with that. So this works perfect for me, an old ice pick. So I just poke until I see a lot of holes at the bottom. There's not any rule how many holes you need. Just make sure it's a lot so you know the water can drain out and your seeds will not rot out. And here's a close-up of where I stop. So when I cut all the way around the water bottle, this is where I stop because you're gonna need your hinge on here. All right, so I'm gonna put the soil in. Your soil should be moist first, but it's gonna rain, so I'm not gonna moist my soil. I'll probably put some on top just for demonstration so I can show you. And I'm using Miracle Grow soil, plain. You don't need seed starting soil, and you do not need garden soil. A potting soil is what you need for this project. All right, so let's put these in here, and then we're gonna put the seeds in after. And remember to plant the seeds according to the packet's instructions. So for example, this is a Delphinium. It says 1/8 depth. That's how deep you need to plant it. Okay, so very important to follow the instructions according to the seed, the same as if you were doing these from indoors or directly in your garden. All right, so let's get these done. Seeds in. Here we have the lupines, and these only need to be on the surface just 1/4 inch. It says to sow 1/4 inch. So I'm going to take my time and spread these up because I want a lot of lupines. I love my lupines. And this is what a Nigella seeds look like. Oh, at least they're not too tiny. And these only need to be 1/8 on the surface also. So once again, just make sure, read the packet and see how deep you need to sow these seeds. And then I'm going to do all of these and tape them up and take the caps off. Very important, and I'll show that to you in 1 second. This one is the Bachelor button. I love that the seeds are light color so you can actually see it. So I spread it out so I could get as much plants as I can. Here's a close-up of what the seeds look like for the Bachelor button. Here's the flower garden mix packet. Look how interesting this looks. Look at that. I've never seen seeds looking like this. The one looks like a C right there. Oops. Do you see that? So I'm gonna make 2 containers from these because I think this is a lot. I'm gonna make 2 containers from these because I think this is a lot of seeds. All right, friends, so I'm done here. And remember to take off your caps, okay? Because you need the rain, the snow, all of that to help keep your seeds moist, your soil moist, I should say. And if you notice you don't have any rain or snow, just get a water bottle and moist your soil. Okay, very important. That's one of the downfall to winter sowing, is when you don't water your soil, they dry out and your seeds don't have a chance to germinate. So make sure you come out here and check on them and make sure they're moist. So I'm gonna put all these here and show them to you. Alright friends, here they are. I did not do the alliums or the bells of Ireland because I have those already in the ground, and I have a lot of alliums, so I really don't need much, so I'm gonna give them to a friend who I know would appreciate the allium seeds. Anyway, so we did Lupine, Larkspur, Nigella. This is the flower mix. I got 2 of those. We did Delphinium, and then we did Bachelor Botany, and here's the other flower mix. So remember, you need to put these where they would get sun. They need a lot of sunlight because these milk jugs act as greenhouses, so very important. And I put them in the patio on the concrete. Don't put them in the grass because your grass will have a bald spot come spring, and it may also obstruct the drainage to the bottom. So put them somewhere, put them somewhere where they will just run out after the water and the snow goes through the holes. And as I said to you before, very important, the covers are off. Okay, very easy to forget the covers, and make sure you have drain holes in the bottom. Very important. Those are the 2 first steps. Covers off, caps off, drain holes in the bottom, and put them where they will get a lot of sunlight and they're exposed to the elements. So you see, they're not under a covered porch or anything like that. And keep your eyes on them. If you haven't been getting snow, come out with a water bottle and make sure you keep them moist. Remember, they're seeds, they need the moisture and the sunlight in order to germinate. Oh, and what I did here, I do have a spray bottle inside, but if you want to reuse a water bottle, I just put some holes in here, and this is how we would water them, just like that. But it's gonna rain a lot tomorrow, so I didn't moisten my soil before I planted them, but you should moisten your soil, especially if you know you don't have rain in your forecast. And it's as simple as coming out with a spray bottle or make one of these and keep your soil moist. Okay, very important. If it rains now, you don't have to do that. Just keep your eyes on them, that's all I'm saying. And of course, you label them. This is the marker I use, is a regular marker, and I think it's working because those in the back I've had here maybe 3 weeks now, and you can still see the names on those jugs. But you should get a garden marker, or however you want to do it. Take a picture, keep them in the same order, whatever works, but just make sure you label your bottles so you know what flower is what flower. And I use this regular tape. The duct tape works better, but if you have a packaging tape, as you can see, it works also. Alright friends, so these are my cut flowers. I'll be planting as soon as spring is here, and it's gonna save me so much time and space from trying to plant these inside. And I don't like to put seeds directly in the ground. I prefer to do the seedlings and then transplant them in the ground. It's gonna save a lot of time. And not just that, but with winter sowing your cut flower seeds, you're gonna have cut flowers early, and everybody else will be like, how did you get these flowers? Because you winter sow them, right? If you have to do it the traditional way, then you're gonna be behind. That's just my opinion. All right friends, so I just wanted to bring this other winter sowing cut flower video to you, and I hope you enjoy it. And let me know down in the comments below, what cut flower will you be trying in the winter sowing method. All right, take care of yourselves. See you in the next one. Cheers.